Hi all. So a while ago on YouTube, I stumbled down a wormhole of small kitchen appliance reviews. As I was looking to buy an air fryer and perhaps maybe a pressure cooker, that's when I stumbled across one of the worst YouTube chefs of all time. His name is Jack Scalfani, as I like to call him, Jack Salmonella Scalfani. I watch video after video of him butcher, sometimes quite literally, recipes. Imagine driving slowly past a multi-car pileup on the interstate. That's my face as I watched him teach the internet how to make partially cooked meals of varying types and taking awful and unneeded shortcuts to recipes that are already quick to prepare. The absolute horror of Jack's lazy man chefing, air quote, techniques to my boyfriend Tom. And now, since we can't unsee it, we are opening your eyes to it as well. I'm Michelle, and I welcome you to join us for this horrific journey, better known as Pink Chicken and the Lazy Man. Welcome back to Pink Chicken and the Lazy Man.
Pink Chicken and the Lazy Man.
Oh, you said Lazy Man and not Ladies Man this time.
I'm changing it back, changing it up again.
Oh, no.
Back up again. Again
so,
up back.
This is Michelle Pink Chicken.
I am Tom the Lazy Man. So Jack has released his most confusing video of the past couple of weeks. We're going to be watching the Chili's Chips and Salsa ripoff recipe. Is it odd that I called it a few episodes ago that Jack is now like giving up on cooking and he's just making condiments?
Condiments with Jack.
Condiments with Jack. Tune in next week for McDonald's ketchup. Am I the only person that thinks McDonald's ketchup tastes rather special? I don't know if it's just a little bit more salty or it's because they give it to you in little packs. Like the old school packs, not the little ketchup bottle shaped packs they give out now, but like the old school white and red packs. It says fancy ketchup on it, so doesn't it taste different?
Cue the crickets.
That just me?
Cue the
Okay.
crickets.
Well, we'll probably edit that part out.
So this was released today at the same time with Babish, who did chimichangas. I forget from what show or what the reference was.
Oh, that was a Basics with Babish chimichangas because he's getting paid by Marvel to do chimichangas because the Marvel is featuring Deadpool in their new Marvel fighting game. Babish is doing video game stuff.
It's just interesting that they both went, I guess, Tex-Mex, this Taco Tuesday, a Paco Taco Tuesday that we're on. But he only has 1,700 views at this point.
Yeah, because it's salsa. Nobody would make
it's
their own salsa. You buy salsa in a giant jar, or if you're trying to copy the restaurant.
He doesn't even make the chips. He gets the chips from Chili's once again.
We have seen him fry tortilla shells in his own kitchen.
Oh God, this was just as painful to watch as the app review of Chili's. Like, and I had to watch.
Oh no, that was horrible.
Oh God, it was painful.
Watching people fuddle around with an ordering app, and they're like, "Well, where's our special? Where's our 3 for $10 special? Where's our free chips and salsa?"
It was just painful.
You don't think they did this just to point out to Chili's that this is just Jack's way of getting back to Chili's, saying, "Hey guys, in case Chili's forgets your chips and salsa like they almost did to us, we're gonna give you the recipe so that you can make your own salsa in case they forget it and you almost starved like Tammy and I almost did."
If you look at, when we get into the video, he has like a normal sized chip bag of chips, and you don't know it in this video, but if you watch the Chili's review video, the app review video, they give them 3 pretty big portions of salsa.
Now, Pink Chicken has always had some kind of thing with Chili's that they never seem to give her enough chips in the to-go order. I have always been satisfied as a satisfied Chili's customer.
Chips to go. I've never ordered Chili's chips to go. I've never ordered Chili's to go. Like, I had no need or no want. Like, it's just Chili's. Like,
I don't even know if I ordered them. I think they just give them to you.
I don't think I've ever ordered Chili's to go. I've gone to Chili's, but I don't think I've ever gotten anything to go.
Well, let's just say whiny man-child Jack got a giant size. They actually got 3 orders of chips and salsa. I don't know if they just give a chips and salsa with every entree, but I know in the app ordering video that they made special requests to check the bag, and I think they had to get a 3rd bag of chips. Like, there was some controversy as Tammy was checking their meal in the back of the minivan.
Oh God.
Oh yeah, that's where we're at, folks. That's the hell we're at.
So this video,
we're at this level of hell. Ding.
This video, I can't remember if we mentioned it. It's only 7 minutes and 32 seconds long. 30 seconds of which is the title card at the end. The
tripartite outro card.
Yes. So
featured at the end of every Jack video, so we can pad his runtime.
If you figure that in, it's really a 7-minute video. video, so I don't know if it's able to be monetized. Ironically, though, it's not marked as a fundraiser, even though we do have the blue screen of hope. So
Blue screen of the death of hope.
Of the death of hope. Before we get into it, we're just gonna blow through this episode because it's just...
I think we have just talked longer than the whole video lasts.
There's not really much going on here, but...
Again, it's called Cooking with Jack. He's making condiments. This is Condiments with Jack. What are we supposed to... We got nothing going. Oh, but remember, he still screws up the recipe. We'll get into that. We are
Why don't we just
queuing
start
for
the
ignition.
video?
Exactly.
Why not?
All right.
Let's
Cape
go
Canaveral
for it.
is letting us know. You're getting our signal from the gantry tower. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Video has started. All right, so camera's a little bit more, it's usual not level.
The ingredients include a jar of Rotel, a jar of jalapenos, a jar of peeled plum tomatoes, jar of tomato puree, 2 actual tomatoes, garlic, I can't tell what the black bottle of seasoning is that he has here, and garlic powder and sugar. That's it. That's all we have.
Oh, it's cumin.
Oh, it's cumin? Okay.
Yeah. He's adding a can of tomatoes, can of diced jalapenos, and he's adding a can of Rotel. It's basically the same thing.
And tomatoes.
Yeah.
Lots of tomatoes in this recipe.
He's got fresh tomatoes, whole peeled tomatoes, the tomatoes in the Rotel, and he was still going to put in that can of tomato puree.
Puree, yeah.
But Tammy told him not to put in the puree.
He's like, oh, he caught himself. He's like, oh, wait, I put that out, but that I don't really need that. So he took it back. So really, he still has 2 cans of tomato something.
And we're getting a visit by the giant beatus-causing box of sugar he has, the cereal box of sugar.
Guess who's back? Back again.
The guest star.
Vitamix. Blend a friend. Oh, yeah. Basically, what this is going to end up being is everything gets dumped into the Vitamix again and gets pureed into a paste together.
Oh, but here we go. He goes to add the can of Rotel and goes, oh, no. In the Vitamix, you add the solids on the bottom so they're closer to the blades.
So therefore, he goes and puts the fresh tomatoes in first because they're the solid, even though they're kind of really not. But whatever. Let him go. Let him have his fun.
Semi-solid at best, so... Whole tomatoes go in first, and then he dumps the peeled tomatoes from the can in. This is where he mentions that he brought out the puree, but he didn't need the puree. Dumps in what he thinks is sugar or salt. He's not sure.
That makes a good point, because if he's not sure, then that means who put out all of this stuff for him? Probably Tammy.
Oh, yeah.
Not him.
In goes the cumin, in goes the garlic powder, in goes the wet garlic, as he calls it.
The moist, so moist garlic.
Here's your ASMR, folks. And diced jalapenos going in, the hot jalapenos. He makes reference of that.
He seemed perturbed with Tammy about that earlier. And then the Rotel goes in at the end.
Which is only the mild Rotel.
Is it the mild or the original?
Might be the original.
Because the original is just plain, I think. And then there's mild and medium and hot. There's different ones. And guess what? He puts in the mallet again instead of the little cap at the top. So guess who's upset? Guess who's upset? Guess who's upset?
I'm upset. So he's uselessly stirring the paddle around. Oh, you can see the paddle just swimming in it because there's no solids. Not to mention the fact he started it on 5. Everybody who knows you have a Vitamix blender, you always start it on normal setting. You turn the Vitamix down to 0 or 1. Then you flick the switch on and then you turn the knob up because, again, the Vitamix loves to destroy. So he already destroyed it. He's mentioning, oh, I don't want to keep it on too long. It's going to liquefy. You had it on 5 or 6. Anything over 3 is going to liquefy.
Don't you usually put onions in salsa?
White onion.
Like red onion or white onion?
Well, again, he's trying to copy the Chili's recipe. He stole the recipe from somebody off the internet because he mentions that.
If you look at these two side by side, it's not that Jack's looks terrible. It's probably edible because how can you screw up something you're not cooking? But Chili's...
He did. He forgot to add the salt. He screwed it up.
Yeah, that comes later. But Chili's salsa is basically watered down.
It's red water.
It's red water. It's very thin. And like Jack's is really thick. And I don't know what to remedy that by other than adding a shit ton of water to it. You're going to water down the flavor too. I don't understand the appeal of that
Jack
reason.
loves it. If you listen in the apps video, he said Jack Jr. used to drink it with a straw.
That's because you can drink it with a straw.
Yeah.
Not because you should, but because you can.
And here comes the ripoff recipe because Jack wants to support support the local businesses, so he buys from a chain. And he also wants to give you folks something to do in COVID-19 quarantine at home, so he buys chips from the restaurant. He's not achieving his ends with his means.
I don't think this is a total failure recipe, but because Chili's is
It
such
is when you don't add the salt, which he didn't.
Well, yeah, but because Chili's is such a low bar, you're setting the bar so low, like, obviously you're gonna hurtle right over it.
Someone like Jack can figure out how to fall off a step ladder. He's fallen off the first step of a step ladder here.
Yeah,
Didn't set the bar too high, fell over the bar anyway.
I haven't had Chili's in I don't remember how long, but I don't know, is there cilantro in it? Is there onions in it? I would think that there would be because that's what normal salsa has in it, right?
Oh, blue screen of hope.
Blue screen of hope, which is cut off. And
what are safe lines? What are those? Doesn't matter. It doesn't affect how you frame a shot. Oh, wait, it does. The new graphic edition, folks, shown here, the little red box of shame. Little red box that pops up and tells you he's admitting to the mistake he made by not adding the salt. Now, every time Jack makes a mistake in cooking with Jack, up pops the red box of shame. Everybody welcome the new graphic element.
Boink.
Red box of shame. Sad, sad trombone.
I've honestly never seen a restaurant give you that many chips. But again, I never ordered Chili's to go, so I don't know. But
7 minutes are up. We are now on 30 minutes of outro card. Do you think he stole the picture of the ribs here?
Probably.
By my sauce? That looks really professional. And he doesn't have those little glass bowls like that.
Probably.
He has little glass bowls, but they don't look like that.
I can't tell what they're sitting on, but it looks like it might be someone's logo.
It's a white plate, but the plate has like red stripes on it.
And one other thing we wanted to mention here. It seems like this was done out of order. He also has something on the Jack on the Go show, but he's wearing 3 different shirts throughout the whole video process. So we're not sure if he forgot to add something to the video, like record an intro, or he messed up an intro, or he lost video footage.
Well, the whole thing's bizarre because 6 days ago, he released the Chili's app review, which only has 2,100 views on it, so his views are going down the crapper. That was released 6 days ago. He just released this Chili's chips and salsa ripoff recipe today, but he references in both videos, the one he released today and the app review from 6 days ago, that he shot them on the same day.
And he's wearing 3 different shirts, so that's like a wardrobe change like Lady Gaga in a concert.
Yeah, he thinks he's hosting an award show. Whatever his grand plan was to make one video shoot day and come up with 2 videos, he screwed that up too.
Yeah, and he ended up with...
Because he wore that gray and white shirt and that truth hat, not this Saturday, but the Saturday before it on his live chat show.
Ooh,
so
stop paying attention. That's creepy.
This is what we do now. This is our life now.
This is our life now. Oh,
analyzing
God.
every aspect of a failed YouTube chef somewhere in the wilds of Tennessee.
So I think that's a good place to end it because
God, I hope so.
It's getting real creepy now. Thanks for joining us. Hopefully half of this will be edited out.
More than half.
Thanks for joining us for Pink Chicken and the Lazy Man.
Pink Chicken and the Lazy Man. Bye, folks.